with Coach Rusiewicz. Coach, you get another victory. Talk about the start the team got off to today. You look up at the end of the first quarter, the score's 35-0. Good to get a good start out of the blocks quickly today.
It always is. You know, those games are not the ones you want to coach for, except for getting those young guys experience. You know, you like those tough games always come out, but, you know, it was good for the crowd. I'm sure it was good for our players to play a complete game and play with that type of confidence.
What did the coach and the other team tell you at the end of the game? He had a word for you as you guys parted.
He just said he wished he had more competition for us today, but they're a good football club. I mean, they're 3-0. You can't take anything away from them. They had a long trip down here. You know, like I said, we played a perfect game today. I can't say whether they did or not, but you know, again, we just got to move on to the next game.
You guys coach well defensively. They got nothing going inside that run. They could not get the run game going. You guys were pinching them harder than the inside, and your coaches must have did a very good job getting your guys ready for this game today.
Yeah, we knew that in order to be great, we got to be a great run defense, and I think we're doing that right now. And I think the fact is our run defense played exceptional today, and even our pass defense. I mean, we had a lot of takeaways today, which is something that we preached, making plays on the ball.
Talk about, if you will, kind of evaluate your quarterback's play today.
Look, we knew we had depth at running back. You know, we knew we had depth at quarterback. I mean, shoot, we anticipate Christian to be our starter coming in. You know, when you have an offensive line as depth and as strong and as big as we have, you know, it gives those guys to go out there and make plays. And I think we're very solid right now.
And your backup, Christian, he looked pretty good as far as, kind of remind me of Pulaski in the way he ran the ball.
Right,
ran the ball well.
Well, you know, he's got a little Pulaski in him, and we knew we were going to get that. You know, when he gets out in the football game, you know, like I said, you're only as good as your backup quarterback. We've said that for years here, and you know, we're just as good as we are with Christian. If Christian is going to a football game, I think we're going to be very good.
So you got Miller, you got Miles, you got Farrick, you got a good group at quarterback. What about as far as the overall goes? If you had to give out a game ball for an offensive player, who'd get the game ball today?
Oh boy, you know, I would just say, just from what I saw, I mean, they only throw 3 incompletions for 5 touchdowns. You got to look at the quarterback, but I'll tell you, that freshman receiver making that play on that tip ball, that effort to get over there and make that play, you know, you can look at him too. But I'd have to look at the game and look at that in more detail. But I'd say one of those two for sure.
Anything about the defensive side? Who would get the game ball there today?
Oh boy, they were taking the ball away. But I'll tell you, our inside linebackers played the best game they've played all year with getting in that backfield and making plays. So I'd have to say he's one of those two.
You talked about the plays. You had a pick for a touchdown. Right after that, you had that touchdown tip pass. One guy catches it off his hands. Another guy reels it in. That's the kind of play you just look back and say everything's going right.
Well, we've talked about all week making big plays. We said we got to, you know, over the bye week, we said we got to make big plays on defense. We got to start making plays on footballs. You saw that today with interceptions, pass breakups, and of course defensive scores. You know, and in terms of effort and offense, we've been telling those receivers, man, we got to catch the football. And that tip ball was dropped at first, but then caught by the second guy. So it sounds like they're listening, they're getting coached, and now they're starting to believe, which is always a good thing.
How do you coach in a game like this? And then you try to look at it. You're up 35 into the first quarter, got a 35-0 lead. And how do you coach as far as do you let off the gas pedal, or just because of change of personnel, you coach differently like that?
We'll never take the gas pedal off in the first half. I mean, you know, you got to play the first half because you know whatever you do in the first half, an opponent can do that in the second half. So we got to play all the way through, and then at halftime we can evaluate what we want to do with personnel and scheme after that.
What about next? Hampton City, is that right?
That's correct.
How about them?
I have no idea how they've done, but look, they're always going to be tough. They're always going to be well coached. They're always going to get after us. They're always going to make plays. You know, so you know, we just got to go up and take one game at a time and expect a big good football game on the road.
Always good to get a homecoming. Always good also facing the next team at 4-0. That feels good too.
Oh, there's no doubt it feels good. I mean, but as I tell everybody, 4-6 is not a good year. So 4-0 we'll take it, but we got to keep winning.
Got a lot of season left to play. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.